Welcome to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your Monday Night Raw, superstars, birthdays, wrestling news around the world. And to start off the show, Rey Mysterio tweeted that he surged a knee injury that he's been going through. And he's quoted by saying, "Things haven't been good since I stepped back into the ring. Possibly follow him on Backstreet net." And is that Mysterio noted that he's meeting with Dr. James Andrews rather than the controversial surgeon he has used in the past. Mysterio has underwent so many surgeries on his knees over the years that you have to wonder how much longer he'll be able to wrestle. WWE star CM Punk visited 70-year-old fan Tom, hopefully right, day. Shot during the hospital surgeries. Video of the on the story WNR. Thanks to Timothy, the attention fans that Punk to the Rock at the Royal Rumble was worse than being shot in the eye. Punk invited Doterier to attend Sunday's WWE event with front row tickets and a backstage meet and greet, but due to his health, he was not able to attend the show. NXT Diva made her live event debut at a SmackDown event. NXT Diva Paige defeated AJ Lee with Hornswoggle as special referee. At one point, AJ had Paige rolled up, but Hornswoggle was on the floor and could not reach the bottom of himself. The count up of her AJ was holding her. As expected, Paige looked maybe the stock turned. Rock wrestled at TNA. Devin 1974 worked at WCW among numerous indie wrestling games. Recently, he was born in 19. Biggie at Torrey turned first. Even his power deal in WWE training in the main roster. Booker his turn on Mark autobiography week from before the Square Order. There were only 12 on Hall of Famer also shoulder. Richard Bourne, 1953. Steamboat has appeared when it was on the January 7th edition of Raw. It looked like the issue between Steamboat and Barrett was going somewhere, but it appears as though it was dropped. And there was a lot of speculation at the time that Steamboat's son Richie was going to be called up from developmental to face Barrett. Former WWE and WCW personality Deborah Marshall turned 53 on Saturday. She was born March 2nd, 1960. She was married to NFL player turned pro wrestler Steve Mongo McMichael of formerly of the Four Horsemen, as well as Stone Cold Steve Austin. The late WWE wrestler Lance Cade, a.k.a. Lance McNaught, was born on March 2nd, 1981. He died August 13th, 2010 at the age of 29 due to apparent heart failure. His death was ruled accidental, and the coroner stated that intoxication from mixed drugs complicated a cardiomyopathy to cause his death. The late Mike Von Erich was born March 2nd, 1964. He died April 12th, 1987, when he took his own life by overdosing on Placidil and alcohol. There are no pro wrestling shows that was on ESPN tonight, ESPN Classic tonight. Retired pro wrestler Dick Slater, a.k.a. Richard Van Slater, was arrested in Pinellas Park, Florida on Sunday for failing to appear in court on a petty theft charge. According to MyFox Tampa Bay, the 61-year-old Slater is being held on $2,026 bail. Thanks to .net reader David Sherrich for those news. Well, Slater was arrested on February 5th on petty theft charge. The story states that it's his fifth arrest in the county since 2007. I guess this means he won't be on Old School Raw. June 16th, pay-per-view event will be called WWE Payback. And this news came from David Cutting of ProWrestlingEvents.net. Place it in Rosemont Abbey and Michael Paul show. Spoilers. Send off scholars. The cover of the match in 10-minute match. In the Divas match, Tamina Well, it all starts off from it was Buffalo, New York. First, Niagara. They're showing up with an old school version logo. Vince McMahon sound fading. The symbol of sports. Well, the Undertaker's music plays. Insane is walking onto the stage. Arms up. Real slow. He's wearing it looked like a head on it. And the 99 logo appeared behind him on the screen and shot off the air. Nothing because they cut. Came on the narration stating that tonight WWE Gold School, past and present, featured in the same as of last week. The Dolls, yes, I predicted to be on the show because they were last week. Find out later on. Hey, we're taking you back as Raw, the old WWE Raw theme, plus and present, featuring the video. Played in pyro above the Royal Salon. The show, the build out. Michael Cole was old yellow. Howard Sale, I think he was. Lawler was dressed in his old red gear, and they acknowledged taking the question whether he'd be returning at WrestleMania. The tag team was Sheamus last week on a week ago. Teaming. Nobody knows it won't be Sheamus because he's going to be wrestling at. Well, that was a goal. Played. He came out and walked ring. Punk up the booth before Punk said, "I should be main event." He's my chip in the main event of WrestleMania. Punk said he's in WrestleMania and he's not the champion. You claims a fan out to the head that they stole from him. He considers most precious. When a few fans did. Punk said, they only screwed themselves. He said that in the main event of WrestleMania, no purpose of him even at WrestleMania. But I saw just lies. Gives me that purpose as Punk from me. And take from you, beat the Undertaker. Like your streak, you like those numbers? Oh, so bad that you roll your mention the historic 494-day title reign, the longest in decades. Punk said that fans get snarky when he brings it up, yet none of them have done anything great in their entire lives. Punk said that the number 20 and 1, and he's alcohol and drug free. He said that he ends the streak at WrestleMania. Deal with it, Punk said. Well, that cues Randy Orton's music played, and he walked onto the stage and started talking as he walked down the ramp. Orton said Punk shouldn't be so confident since he beat him at WrestleMania. Orton said Punk had never faced The Undertaker at the show of all shows. He said he faced Taker 8 years ago when he was a rookie and came that close. Orton said he's not a rookie anymore. And Orton said he wanted to ask the WWE Universe who would they rather see face Undertaker at WrestleMania. Orton entered the ring and asked the fans whether they would rather see him or Punk face Undertaker. Well, that cued Big Show's music played, and he walked out with a mic in hand. Show asked what makes Punk or Orton think that they have what it takes to beat Undertaker. Show said that he faced Taker, but he didn't have his knockout punch back then. Show said that if you're going to end the streak, you need to be more than a viper or straight edge. You need to be a giant. And this giant is going to knock that 20-0 Undertaker streak right into oblivion, as Show said. Well, that cued Sheamus' music played, and he walked out with a mic. They used the old school graphics for each wrestler during their entrances. Sheamus said it's going to take more than a big fist, a GTS, and an RKO to put Undertaker down. Sheamus said that it might just take his big boot, all the heart in the world, and a little bit of luck. He said that when you have the luck of the Irish on your side, then anything is possible, unless you're facing Alabama in the BCS National Championship game. That's all the luck that you need. And a little bit of help from the referees, too. Piggy Guerrero delivered, "Excuse me" line. She walked onto the stage and announced a fatal four-way match to determine who will be facing. The announcers hyped The Rock versus John Cena. Counterpoint segment for later in the show, plus Triple H's reaction to his brawl with Brock Lesnar from last week. A shot aired of Ryback walking backstage. Cole said he would be facing Antonio Cesaro after the break. I'm surprised that they went with The Undertaker's appearance to start the show. Not opening, yet the quick cut to the opening video was a bit of a... I like the four-way match setup. 4 wrestlers involved, do not have obvious WrestleMania matches. Granted, Punk has been long rumored for the match, but at least the other three wrestlers feel like realistic opponents for Taker. Then the announcers asked viewers to tout which wrestler they feel should face Taker, and later on there was like four equal. One tout came from dual guys. They both had, one guy went with Sheamus, one guy went with Taker. All mixed reactions. Match number 1, Cesaro versus Ryback in a non-title match. The pop-up box style promo showed Cesaro boasting about speaking 5 languages. Again, like his former, back when he had Oxano on his side. He said Ryback barely speaks one, and he's a Neanderthal. Referee Scott Armstrong was wearing the old blue shirt and bow tie referee gear. Cesaro was not wearing his hats. The opening or toe came strong heading. He was wearing blue underwear. The crowd was on the way he made his entrance. Acknowledged how dead he'd been on lively fans, but it's a rare that you'd expect for return Mania season. For what Earth.net, Michael told hand that Taker's during WrestleMania it took for into the seats because late. On a positive note, he is going all out for the old team with the old girls and blue rope. WWE took the announcers using with minor visual setup. I love the way that they're